What's going on, guys? Ted from Immersion here, and I'm back with another 2-week D&D weekly update. Sorry it took a little longer than expected, but there wasn't really much news if I did it week by week at this point. But I was distracted with a bunch of other videos, which I'll talk about a little bit at the end here. But what do we have to talk about this week? The Planeshift Amonkhet article, the Greyhawk Initiative, and the controversy that surrounds it, and a really cool convention that you may not be sure of, or even know exists, and some D&D related stuff that I literally just found out was happening. So stay tuned. So, let's jump right in. We have Quinn Murphy on the Dragontalk podcast from 2 weeks ago. That was on the 6th. At least that's when the article was released. Again, as a reminder, these are released later on, and they were filmed earlier in the week. Now they're live on Twitch, so you can check those out live on Twitch if you, if that's more of your prerogative. Also, there's a D&D news show on Twitch, but they don't seem to save it to their Twitch channel. I'm a little confused about it. Maybe I missed it. If you guys find it, let me know. But Quinn Murphy chats about his time in 4th edition and how you can apply some of that playing to 5th. And the Sage advice is all about magic items. So remember, now that we are not getting Unearthed Arcana every week, we also should be getting Sage advice articles as well. But I do recommend checking out the Sage advice on the Dragontalk podcast, because sometimes they really dive into some deep stuff, and it could be potentially useful to you. Okay, so Planeshift Amonkhet. This is an article, or I don't know if I hope I'm saying it right, but it's basically a Magic the Gathering. It seems like whenever a new Magic the Gathering art book is released, this one specifically, Magic or Art of Magic. The Gathering Amonkhet came out, so it also coincided with a different Magic the Gathering release. But this is basically an article if you wanted to play a D&D campaign set in the Amonkhet world of Magic the Gathering, but play D&D, and it has a whole... I did a whole video on it, but you can click right here. It's for free. It gives you some new options for some, mostly clerics, but new options, some new race options, and then also some new monsters. So again, at the very least, if you're DM and you want to increase your toolbox of things to choose from, not a bad thing to check out. Okay, I did a whole nother video on this. Greyhawk Initiative. This is very controversial. I've heard from a lot of you guys commenting on the videos. It is much similar to 2E fashion. Never played 2E. Started in 3 because that was out when I started playing D&D, so I can't comment to it. But that seems to be the general consensus I've heard from all of you guys. And it has very varied reception. Myself, I'm not a big fan of it personally. I think it could be fun to try, but I don't think it has a permanent mainstay at my table. But go ahead and check out the article, check out my video, and let me know what you think. It has the potential to make things interesting, but it also has the potential to frustrate players, but also, the way I see it, to extend your combat time, and combat takes a while. So, I don't know. That's up to you guys, but let me know what you think. There's obviously, Dungeon Life is putting out new videos all the time, so I'm not even going to bother going into them, but there was how D&D and Beyond, how D&D Beyond is changing how you play. That was actually from a couple weeks back. Oh, I guess you can get Dungeon Life Season 1 is now on Amazon Video. That's the thing. This is the one I was trying to see if I could find it, but Tomb of Annihilation, the minis, WizKids was there to talk about the mini previews, as you can kind of see some of these popping up here in the background. I guess they're just gonna preview all of them. I was hoping to find just images so I could show you guys just what the minis are, but while I continue to talk, we can kind of get a look at these. And most of those traps, including that particular one there, are the case incentive, where if you pre-order a whole case, you get the case incentive tied with it. And then Anna Prosser talks about D&D and advice, streaming on Twitch, her being one of the... she's from Twitch, she works for Twitch, but she's also in a couple of D&D streams. She was one of the hosts for the Stream of Annihilation. She plays Evelyn in the in Dice Camera Action. and other things. So, you can check out Dungeon Life if you want. The link will be in the description. Okay. This is a convention. This is the first convention of its kind. And by of its kind, I mean it's the first Hascon. This is a convention put out by Hasbro, the very multi-billion-dollar famous toy company. What does Hasbro do? I don't know. Transformers, Nerf, My Little Pony, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons & Dragons. Hasbro owns, or distributes, I guess, Wizards of the Coast products. So if there were additional Wizards of the Coast products, like back in the day when they did the Harry Potter card game and the Pokemon card game, those would also be part of that. But there are other brands, don't get me wrong, but the main ones that jump out to me, My Little Pony, Transformers, Nerf, and, Magic/D&D. So, they're throwing their first ever Hasbro convention this fall from September 8th to 10th in Rhode Island, where the Hasbro main headquarters are. And there's going to be some pretty famous people there, but some stuff really caught me off guard. Like, the Peter Cullen and Frank Welker are going to be there, the voice of Optimus Prime and Megatron. Stan Lee's going to be there. James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy. And, here's the VIP packages, blah, blah, blah. So, I start going through. They have this thing they're calling the brand experience, right? So, okay, what is that? It's just going to tell you all the cool things you can do with how you can interact with those brands at the convention. So, you can roll out and do all this, take pictures with all different things, and there'll be people dressed up, and there's going to be stuff about the movies and panels, and again, for My Little Pony, there's going to be a themed cafe, and sneak peeks of the upcoming movie, and the next season, and there's going to be people and voice actors and panels and merchandise. Nerf, same thing, there's going to be a Nerf battle arena with inflatable stuff, build a blaster, test area, you get the point. Magic, I'll read this a little bit. I'm not a Magic guy, so it doesn't catch me that much. I'll save it so we can see the D&D stuff. Demo with the Wizard staff to teach you the basic of Magic and highlight the new cards. Roman costume Magic the Gathering characters for photo ops. Photo ops with mind-blowing 3D sculpts. Join as we celebrate the 25th anniversary of Magic. Head designers, a full hour Q&A, an improv show, looking for some fun, maybe a few laughs. Watch WotC's very own improv artists, live with the illustrator, and building the world's best in fantasy gaming. Okay. Now let me go through the D&D stuff, which I haven't heard a thing about, so here we go. Grab your swords and spellbooks and get ready for an epic adventure. D&D at Hascon offers everything you need to join the party. Experiences include: join Dungeon Master Extraordinaire Matthew Mercer as he leads a party of celebrity players through a fun-filled live D&D game on the Hascon main stage. I've heard zero about this. Not to say that I'm in the know that I know this, but it hasn't been announced on Critical Role. He's not listed as one of the build celebrities there. They also have only said celebrities, so we don't know who's playing. But it could be really cool because maybe we have Optimus Prime playing in a D&D. I don't know. I think that'd be really cool to me. Play through Tomb of Annihilation, which is in advance of the book coming out. So play through Tomb of Annihilation, our newest D&D adventure, at the D&D tabletop area. Collect all the D&D loot, including the Hascon exclusive My Little Pony themed D&D dice tin, which is actually what I was trying to find for this, which is a thing. A while back, D&D had a t-shirt that said, "This is how we roll," and it said, "Friendship is magic," and it had all of the main 6 My Little Pony characters all as D&D classes. So there's a dice tin that has that embossed on it with a special set of dice. Meet our goblins in the jungles of Chult at the D&D experience, and this is probably going to be Holly Conrad and the other person whose name escapes me, who did dressed up like goblins and were dancing all around at the Stream of Annihilation and other things. G.I. Joe is another one, but then they also have a bunch of other stuff. So they have Star Wars has its own function there, and so does Marvel. So there's a bunch, and Play-Doh. So there's a bunch of stuff there. But the main thing I wanted to focus in on was the fact that there's going to be a live celebrity D&D game. You're going to be able to play Tomb of Annihilation before it releases. There's going to be at the minimum, exclusive loot in the My Little Pony D&D dice tin, and there's going to be like photo ops and stuff. And then I went through the full schedule, and basically there was an interesting D&D thing. Let me find it. Most of the stuff is not D&D. Oh, there is going to be at 2 p.m. on Saturday, a 45-minute panel, a monster building panel with Mike Merles. He leads us through the process we use when creating new D&D monsters. With input and feedback from the audience, we'll design a monster that you can use in your home games. So I'll be there. I'm going to be at the convention. In what capacity, whether it's as a fan or as media coverage, is yet to be determined. But I'm hoping to film this panel so I can put it up for you guys to see. But, you know, things sometimes they're iffy about that, so we'll see what happens. And then on Sunday, from 1 to 3, so it's only a 1, 2, 3, yeah, so 3-hour game. Sorry, I didn't count that, it's late. D&D live game. Matt Mercer leads a party of wacky celebrities through a D&D adventure in front of a live audience. We don't know who it's going to be. I assume it's not Critical Role. It might be Force Grey. I really don't know what it is. But that's the only other real D&D event there. Everything else is for all the other... There is a couple sections that are to be announced, so that could be D&D related. Sorry. So that's Hascon. And then Adam Vartian of God's Fall was on, and talking about forthcoming World Book, was on Dragontalk. This was from the 13th, so this past Wednesday. And then we had Lore You Should Know on Portney and Zaru, which is probably not a bad idea if you're planning to run a Tomb of Annihilation campaign, or want to set something up in Chult. This is like the main hub, the last bastion of civilization in that area. It may not be bad to hear some good stuff about it. So, yeah. Again, these are live on Mondays, and they usually come out on Wednesdays or Thursdays. So, that's pretty much it. That's all I could really find in major D&D related news. A couple things here going on the channel. You guys have probably heard me beat this to death, but I want to make sure everybody is aware we are doing a giveaway for a Elderwood Academy spell book here on the channel. That giveaway has since been updated to now include a set of combat cards and condition cards from Crit Hit Games. So that will be added in as a second place prize. So be on the lookout for that. This contest runs until the end of July, so you have from that time to enter. Also, during the month of July, any campaign-related streams, so that's Hoard of the Dragon Queen, Storm King's Thunder, or Curse of Strahd. If you tune in during any one of those streams, there will be a giveaway during those streams. What it is, it varies. So far, we've given away character folios. Today, we gave away a solid metal D30. We gave a set of really wonky dice, and we gave away the official D&D character sheet folio thing. So we're doing a small little giveaway like that, mini giveaway, if you will, every stream, with the large giveaway happening at the end of the month. So be on the lookout for that. There will be links in the description to the various pages if you'd like to check that out. Yeah, and then I think I'm going away on vacation later this week, so there won't be on Wednesday. So I just started a new series, which may be out by the time you see this video, called It Builds Character. It is a new Wednesday night stream, short, about a half an hour to an hour long stream, where I build various D&D characters live on the internet with you guys in the chat, and I take your suggestions for future videos. I keep them in a little notebook so I can write down more stuff to build those characters in the future. What did I do for episode 1? I was riding high off the release of Castlevania's Netflix series, so I built Trevor Belmont from that Castlevania series to what I think he should be in D&D. If you're curious what I think Trevor Belmont should be, if you want to yell at me because you think my choices are wrong, check out that video. And that will be a going Wednesday thing. Unfortunately, it won't be this week, though, because I'll be on vacation. But I may try to release a little something extra just in case. So, anyway, guys, hope you enjoy this video and the other videos we have coming out on the channel. Make sure you enter the contest and all that good stuff. So, yeah, there'll be videos up above me, probably, of the giveaway, update video, and then whatever the most recent, probably it builds character number 1, depending. Anyway, guys, I will see you next time. I don't have anything else.